Happy Black Friday to all you sniffers out there. I hope your Thanksgiving went well. Hope you enjoyed it thoroughly. Hope you didn't put on too much weight. I always resent those people who are rail thin and then like they upload something like, oh, I stuffed myself. What did you have? 2 slabs of turkey? You didn't stuff yourself. You never had your car, because I know what stuffing myself feels like. I know what thorough disgust feels like as you're watching that third NFL game, and you just, because you've had so much that you think, well, there's only so much my stomach can absorb. This is just house money right now. All these extra things I'm shoving down, it can't possibly process all of that, so it's free at this point. This is how we justify eating 9,000 calories in a day. But it is Black Friday, and the NHL has implemented the schedule that I always wish I had in college, where a full day off, then a bunch of your classes, then a full day off. It allowed you to go out, and you had that full day to kick a hangover. But then again, when you're college-aged, what's a hangover? You can just have someone slap you in the face and just, all right, I'm good to go. It's 11 a.m. Anyway, full slate here on Friday. On Wednesday, the 3 main picks between the Lightning, Isles, and then the under. Once I said that one's probably going to go to overtime, 1-1 or 2-2 between Vegas and Dallas. It did. Another 2-1 low trickler, and I will not accept these overtime losses. I went 2-0-1 on the big 3 picks. Overtime loss for them, overtime loss for me. But those teams mentioned the other night are going to find their way into our lineup today. Specifically, those Tampa Bay Lightning. I told you I had faith in them at home to use the power play to convert. Worked for them against Boston. Power play got them back into the game yesterday. Won the first one in overtime, lost the second one in overtime. This isn't the home Lightning. This is that road Lightning, and they're going into Carolina. I keep checking in with you about them. I have as much faith in them to go to the Stanley Cup coming out of the East as I did at the beginning. It's obviously going to take a little time to gel those new pieces like Orlov and reintroducing D'Angelo, Burns not being on the top power play. It's going to take time to fit those pieces, but I told you when the low point of their season was, in October, when you won it. Since then, you're starting to see them rack up nice wins, and now these wins are starting to be larger wins, like they're covering puck lines, as they did in that last game against Edmonton and as they did before at home against the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I'm going to choose them to do that once again. I'm going to take Carolina because we're getting a fair price on them. Carolina Hurricanes at home against the road Tampa Bay Lightning, and I also am going to take the puck line. Like, let's say we have $100.75 on the Hurricanes money line and the extra 25 on the puck line. I do think this is weirdly an opportunity. I spoke about this on my Pick and Corner show that I do on Fridays on my YouTube channel, which, yes, you can check out later tonight. But in games like this, where I'm projecting the Tampa Bay Lightning to not score many goals. So what I'm going to do is take a Carolina win and a couple of unders on player point props, preferably Nick Paul, Mikhail Sergachev, under on both of their points with a win from Carolina. And that's just, it's going to juice you up into plus money. I'm taking calculated sniffs in games where I think a team who's mostly going to be on the road has a higher chance at unders on their player point props. What I said in my video was, if you think, and you're looking at a slate, and you see, I think that team could get shut out tonight, then take a couple secondary players, put the unders on those point props with the other team to win, and enjoy yourself some plus money. The thing about the NHL, they don't give you many opportunities like the NFL to go, plus 2,000, but they give you many opportunities to get into the plus 200. So sometimes, you just got to ask yourself how greedy you want to be. Hopefully not too much, unless it's Thanksgiving and we're shoving our 18th turkey leg down our throat like medieval times. So yes, Carolina in that game. I'm going to go back to my moneymaker here. Our early season moneymaker, those Los Angeles Kings. This is the quote-unquote rivalry game. But the one thing, as I told you a week and a half ago, eventually these crystal balls, they start to clear up. Anaheim, I told you, went on that road win streak with a bunch of scam wins. And the good thing about that win streak is it's giving us prices like this. Kings are playing fantastic hockey. They're one of the best teams in the NHL to this point, and they're going on the road. The only thing is that it's a quote-unquote rivalry. Go to Southern California, okay? The Ducks play down the block from Disney. I've been there. There ain't people gritting their teeth saying, oh, those Kings are coming into town. Not at all. It's not a tradition. It's not an Islanders-Rangers rivalry. There's carnies fighting in Penn Station. Now, this is the Mickey Mouse rivalry. It doesn't really mean much. You never had your car. I just want to remind you every day, you never had your car. I know, you're like, why does he keep telling? Because you never had your car. So I need to keep reminding you. I'm going to take the LA Kings in that game. You guys remember what I like to tell you at the line of scrimmage? Ruckus, ruckus, ruckus. You know what that means. That means you can take players from both teams and the over 6.5 in a game when the game might call for it. We have 2 of our ruckus teams playing, and I know that's weird to say after Pittsburgh just got shut out 1-0 on their own, but we have Sabres, Penguins. I can go over to Caesars where we can use a first-time risk-free bet up to 1,000 as long as you're over 21 and located in a state that has Caesars. And I can take Crosby, and I can take Darling and the over 6.5, and I can place whatever kind of wager. Don't ask me to pick a winner in that one. You know, when it comes to these Sabres and the Penguins, it's really tricky because as soon as you start to fall for them, just like you could potentially fall for the Sabres the other, 2-0. Look at the rookie, 18 years old, through the legs goal. Oh my God, it's starting to come to lose to the Washington Capitals. And you guys know, just like I told you about Anaheim, be happy every time you see Washington win because right now they're second in the Metro. How about this? You want to bet? Washington to not make the playoffs, which has to be at plus money unless the sports books actually know. No. We've watched them play. We're giving you even money on that right now. So over 6.5 with Crosby and Darling. I give you guys leniency on the ruckus because, you know, if I'm projecting it to go over, Malkin could have 2 points, Crosby can. So you can concoct a play, but don't go all the way down the bench. Don't take Letang for 2 when he's on the second power play unit and is not seeing that time. You guys know who the horses are, unless you don't. Maybe you're one of these people watching in Scandinavia and you go, what is Black Friday?
I am Björgen Kjörgen.
Anyway, those Washington Capitals, think about how much of a disgrace the Oilers have been. Just a full disgrace. And yet they're still favored against these second in the Metro Washington Capitals. It's a bad matchup, player for player, because of Edmonton's speed that they have. Washington is slow, and they try to drown these games out. But I do want to take Edmonton in this game. They were able to score a couple at Carolina, even though it was in a loss. I think Edmonton is not good. You know, I don't trust teams that don't have defense. If you want to wait, Washington, they're going on the road soon. We can wait to hammer like a Kings bet against them in a couple of days. But if I had to lean a certain way in that game, it would be the Edmonton Oilers. And then lastly, don't you know, bump it up. We're gonna bump it up. It's the Dallas Stars again. We're gonna bump it up. We saw Jake Ottinger get himself involved in an under. You know, Dallas kind of is one of my under teams. Calgary's another one of my under teams. They're putting this around 5.5 or 6, so I will pay that little extra dinky penny to get it up to 6.5. I would tend to lean under on that one, as long as we can confirm, you know, Ottinger, Markstrom. Anytime I give an under, please do yourself a favor and confirm the goalies who are going to be starting, because, you know, it does make a difference. And then Jonathan Quick goes out there and pitches a shutout and almost makes a save with his bare hand. You guys know how it goes, but that's what I got for you here on this Friday. Good luck to you. Better luck to me. Make sure you're subscribed here to the Odd Shopper channel. Like I had mentioned earlier in the video, I'm doing picking corners on my YouTube channel later. All you got to do is click my name in blue in this video's title, and that will take you to my YouTube page. I'll talk about some of the weekend games and some sniff theory, as I like to call it. All right, I will talk to you guys later on today. If not, I'll see you for those NFL picks for Sunday. See ya.